ROG celebrated 20 years at Computex, and to mark the occasion they didn't just release a few new products. They created an entire limited collection with gold on black aesthetic that runs through everything from peripherals to gaming chairs. One of those things is this keyboard, the ROG Azoth Extreme Edition 20, and the moment you see it in person, it's immediately clear that this is no ordinary gaming keyboard. What sets it apart right away is the nameplate, 24K gold plated built into the keyboard, and that alone is signal that you're entering something that isn't just a tool for gaming, but a collector's piece with value far beyond the gaming world. You know that feeling when you open something and immediately realize that someone threw about everything single detail? That's this. The box is black and gold premium, and right there you start to understand that this is no ordinary gaming keyboard. When you open it, the first thing you see isn't the keyboard itself. You see the ROG thank you card and a special case with a fine texture. You know, that case like the one you would get at an old factory in communism when someone retired and received a watch. Exactly that. And when you open it, inside is 24K gold-plated nameplate. ROG, of course. ROG intentionally put that on the top. The first thing you see is gratitude and gold, and that immediately tells you everything about how special this product is. Below that, everything else: the keyboard, wrist rest, magnetic feet, polling rate booster, tools, extra switches, cable, cleaning cloth, and so on. Everything in its place, nothing random. I haven't seen packaging like this in a long time, and that's the point. ROG didn't just make a keyboard for their 20th anniversary, they made an experience from the very first touch to unboxing and, of course, usage. When you pick it up, the first thing you notice is how massive and solid it feels. This isn't that plastic keyboard that flexes when you press on it. Every part here tells you something serious is inside. Out of box, the keyboards come with transparent keycaps, and there's one thing you need to understand here. The outer keys on the perimeter are completely transparent with golden LED light shining through them. It's out of box. While the inner keys with letters and numbers are black with white legends. And here I have one criticism: those transparent outer keys won't be easy to read in low light conditions. They were probably aware of that themselves and intentionally went that route to achieve the keyboard's beautiful shape, but it's a compromise you need to know about before you buy and spend a lot of money. The base is made of course, carbon fiber and extremely strong yet lightweight material, and that's exactly what gives this keyboard that premium feel that isn't just visual but physical too. In the top right, you have an OLED display and a knob for on-the-fly adjustment, and this knob is more cleverly designed than it looks at first glance. On the side you have a button to rotate through the menu, up and down to adjust values like brightness or lighting effects. And a click from the top serves as confirmation or as a mute that instantly kills sound, brightness and LED intensity all at once. The customized tab out of the box doesn't open additional options, and without the companion app, part of the functionality simply isn't available. You paid for a premium keyboard and you immediately hit the wall here. At this price point, that's not okay for me. On top side you have a mode switch and USB-C for cable and charging, and on the back side one of my favorite thing on this keyboard: a physical switch that changes the type feel between hard and soft pressing, typing, or let's say mode. You literally flip it and the keyboard feels differently. Hard for gaming, soft for relaxed typing sessions. I mean, no software required, no settings, just flip the button and that's it. On the back there's also a slot for USB dongle or receiver if you're taking this keyboard anywhere, and a slot for that gold metal card from the packaging, and the magnetic feet for tilt adjustment. Literally just snap on and hold. No searching for hole, no forcing anything, no screws. ROG details are everywhere on this keyboard, and they didn't hide the small hex screws. On the contrary, that's part of the aesthetic. I really appreciate that because it's honest for me. You're not pretending it isn't there, instead it becomes part of character of the product. Altogether, this is a keyboard that visually and physically looks like what it costs, but those two criticisms are something ROG needs to fix, because at this price the user buyer deserves everything to work out of box. Okay, let's talk about what's actually inside, because ROG didn't cut corners on a single layer. From top to bottom, aluminum frame, Edition 12 caps, ROG NX mechanical switches, of course Edition 12, carbon fiber positioning plate, 2-layer of PORON acoustic foam, PCB, silicone pad, and of course bottom case. Each of those layers has its role. The carbon fiber plate provides rigidity, the foam layers absorb vibration and improve the sound of typing, and the silicone pad at the bottom prevents resonance. And here's one thing that sets this keyboard apart from most premium keyboards: it's full customizable. You can swap the keycaps, switches, plate, foam layers, literally everything. This isn't a keyboard you buy and lock away in a display case. This is a keyboard you can build on for years and years to go. Which means you're not locked into what ROG decided. This is your keyboard. Do whatever you want with it. ROG NX Edition 12 mechanical switches are specifically designed for this keyboard and this event. They retain the same feel as the original NX Snow and NX Storm switches, but got a new transparent design that fits the golden black aesthetic of the keyboard. Internal construction of the switches is designed to eliminate lateral key movement, no wobble, no uncertainty, every click is clean and stable, and the factory applied lubing only adds to that. The switches are, as I said, hot swappable. You can replace them whenever you want. One note worth mentioning: you don't swap switches while the keyboard is on, as doing so could cause a short circuit. The keyboard comes with 3 extra switches in the box, so you can start to experiment right away. The keyboard offers 3 connection modes: RF 2.4G, Bluetooth, and wired via USB-C cable, and each of them works as it should, but there's a clear hierarchy. Wirelessly via RF, it behaves as if it's wired. No latency, no delay, the response is instant. I didn't notice any issue over Bluetooth either, but if you want maximum performance, I mean min-maxing, RF is the right choice. That's where you get 8K polling rate, minimal latency, and longer battery life. The keyboard comes with ROG polling rate booster, which gives you that 8K polling rate I mentioned, and USB extender to place the dongle as close to the keyboard as possible. Less distance, more stable connection. And as for the battery life, the keyboard has been with me for 10 days now and I haven't charged it once. That's no coincidence. ROG claims it can last up to 1600 hours in 2.4G mode with RGB and OLED turned off. In practice, with normal use, you can forget it even has a battery. GearLink is ROG's web-based software for configuring the keyboard, and on paper it sounds perfect. Open your favorite browser, connect the keyboard, and adjust everything without installing anything. And for the most part, that's exactly how it is. The interface is rich with options, well laid out, and it's generally one of the better keyboard configuration solutions on the market right now. But here we come to that wall we talked about earlier. To use all the options, you need to install the GearLink companion app. And when you install it, it requires a PC restart. And that's a signal to me that this isn't just pure web-based solution. If something requires a PC restart, additional software, it means it's doing deeper work on the system, which in itself isn't bad, but call it what it is. You can't claim it's a full web-based when there's still an app installing itself in background. With that said, once you have everything set up, GearLink truly delivers what it says. RGB effects, macros, polling rate, remapping every key individually, it's all there, all well laid out. And the only thing I would want is for ROG to be more honest with users about what the GearLink actually is for this keyboard, because thin web-based story doesn't match the experience you get in practice. Okay, now let's be completely honest about who should buy this keyboard. If you're looking to justify every cent spent on this, you want. $600 for a keyboard is serious money, and a rational justification for that amount simply doesn't exist. But if you're a fan of the ROG brand and you enjoy collecting, the picture changes completely, because from what I have been able to find out, this special edition costs the same as the standard ROG Azoth Extreme, and for the same money you get a ton of extras. The gold 24K nameplate, the special case, the exclusive golden black aesthetic, and everything we saw in the box. When you factor in the difference between these two keyboards and everything you get with Edition 12, this is actually a much better deal than it looks at first glance. So, if you love ROG, if you love collecting, if you want something not everyone will have, this really makes sense. If you're just looking for a good gaming keyboard for that money, there are better ways to spend $600. I spent 10 days with this keyboard, and every time I sat down at my desk I asked myself the same question: does $600 make sense? To be honest, the answer isn't simple. There are criticisms, the transparent outer keys that aren't ideal, readable in all conditions, the customized tab that doesn't work out of box, and gearlink that isn't web-based as ROG claims. Those are things you need to know before buying and spending $600. But when you look at the full picture, the build quality is at highest level, the connections works flawlessly, the battery lasts incredibly long, and every detail from the gold nameplate to the magnetic feet shows that someone truly thought about this product. And that's the real story of this keyboard. It's not just a gaming peripheral, it's an object that has a value beyond the gaming world, something that 10 years from now you can pull out of display case and say this was ROG's 20th anniversary. And that, in the end, is the only answer that makes sense. If you know why you're buying it, it's worth every penny. If you don't, you probably don't need it. If you have any questions or comments, they're down below. See you in the next one.